Hello, Tara here. On to day 4. And I have been dying to dig into this collection. The Peaceful Christmas Flora from Carta Bella. So we have sticker sheet, 1 piece of pattern paper, 2 dark green for the background. I left the red out for matting and the pink. And then these are the embellishments. We've got a bunch of die cuts, some enamel dots, and then I'd pulled some Scrap and Happy Studio Flair. So let's just, and a ton of pictures. So why don't we start with just our 2 background pieces and figure out, let's see how we're going to lay this out. So we've got a sketch from Brandi Jo, and she has, kind of looks like 2, maybe 3.5 by 5 or 2 4 by 6s, another 2 of that same size, and then 3 smaller ones. Mine are all wallet sized, so we can make that work though. So I guess we should start by kind of grouping them. There's 2 of Lauren, that's Bob, little fella, group shot, Paul. So the big kids. Well, Lauren, I got 3 of her. And 1 of each of the boys. I must have had more of the other ones, and 3 of theirs. So what if we did kind of these 3 group shots? Is that the same exact picture? Not quite. I think maybe like this. Okay, and then so those would be in place of these 2, and then we need to do kind of 2 vertical lines, and I might have maybe do 3 vertical lines, more of like a triangular situation. Let's see, we've got 3 Lauren. We've got 2 of the big kids. Actually, what if we did the little fellas here? 3 and 2. These guys like that. I mean, I could reprint them. I'm tempted to reprint those 2 so they're a bit bigger, because I've got 3 of Lauren and they're kind of blurry, so I don't really want them any bigger. So I could do these 3 running down like this. Maybe. And then what do you think? I wish y'all were here so you could give me some feedback in real time. I want these running like this. Actually, I want the group shots on the bottom. I want these like this. Or instead of having these all kind of in a row, do I mix them up and make it little? No, because she's got them in a linear. Okay, well, I'm going to think on that. However, we could start. So this was, we're going to have a ripped piece across the one corner and then across the other corner. So I guess we can go ahead and get that part done. So we're not just twiddling our fingers here. Now, how much do we want? To me, that looks like not a whole half of a piece, but this is such pretty paper, I feel like I want a good chunk of it. And I will say, Cartabella is not the easiest to tear because it's such nice heavy paper. Oh, that looks nice. I'll do the same in this corner. Like it to look too neat, but I don't want it to look like a Wolverine chewed on it either. Okay. Oh, I like that. It's already looking good, guys. Okay, so then she's got all kinds of splatters back in there. So I think we have to do what she says. All right, I am gonna put these to the side. I'm gonna rethink the whole photo thing because I'm thinking I want some a little bit different sized. Now, what kind of, because it is a dark background, what kind of splatters should we do? Probably some kind of matte and some what the word? Shiny. That's the word. Should we go in with, well, let's pull this back over and have a peek. So I'm thinking Pearl Next Door. And then do I have any pink that's going to actually show up? Where did I put my Vicky Booten? I have the Vicky Booten, there it is. And these do show up in a dark background. That pink might work. Okay. Be really nice to bring in this this green. It's a funny gray green though, isn't it? This is Clary Sage. I think that would be pretty close. What else? Well, let's try these first and see what we think. I could go also, see this is pretty white. I wonder if I should go with more of the cream color, the Vicky Booten one. Come on. And yes, I know somebody's going to be like, don't shake it like that. Mind your business. I'm hard on my stuff. And then I wonder why it won't work for me. All right. tone on tone, won't it? Which is fine. We don't want it to be too busy either. And knowing how things go, most of this is going to be covered up anyway. My other option for the photos is to not include them all, right? Could come in with, do them on a different, couple on a different layout. There would be nothing wrong with that. There, now, this is a coloring, so there won't be any shimmer to it at all. Just looks like I spat on the paper when it dries. It's just darker. Drat. Okay, well, let's go in with the Ricky Boutin. Let's just start with the pearly color here. Paintbrush. All right. Hold your breath, guys. Ooh, that's nice. Huh? Hey? That's nice. A bit more water. Yeah, that sage just made it look watermarked, which, you know what, is fine too. It's a look. It keeps that background from being too plain. I think that's why I steer away from just plain cardstock for the most part, is because I just think it's kind of blah. All right, I'm wondering if I should, instead of that pink, maybe look at the shimmers. Which one was I thinking? No. What is that? Coral Reef. Oh. That might be the ticket. And no test run here, boys. We're just going hard into it, and I'm not even going to wash off my brush because I'm a maverick. Let's do a somewhat cautious situation and do it kind of over where it's going to be covered up. That looks okay. Oh, that's a big splatter. I think that's covered up anyway. But let's do some bigger ones. Yeah, let's do some splats. The boy was going to wash my car today. I don't think he's doing it. I mean, it's raining anyway, but just to get the salt off it. And the wheel wells are starting to get kind of cakey. Play it. This is kind of funny. I don't know why I don't do this more often. I say that every time. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Yes, I have all kinds of media mats that I could have out so that I'm not making a mess on my table, but I'm also soups lazy. Ooh, little ones. Little ones. He's fun. Now I wish I had a green that was going to show up. Let's do that. That's pretty good, huh? Do we want to be bothered adding anything else onto that, though? You know what would be kind of nice is a silver. What do we have for a silver? I have all this stuff, may as well be using it, right? I feel like I just got something silvery. Precious metal. And it almost leans. Is this one that's already mixed up? Yeah. It leans kind of green, so that's kind of almost perfect. So let's just, and yeah, I'm doing it right over the paper. You guys are like yelling at me, right? Simmer down. It's fine. And use the end, what's on here, instead of wasting it. Oh, it's not coming off. All right. With our brush. Not a whole lot of this, just a couple of good blobs. That white is drying really pretty. It's the thing, we won't see the full impact of this until it's completely dry, right? So I'm going to step away from it, let it dry. I have no problem waiting. I'm going to go have a snack. Maybe throw some laundry in. Be somewhat productive. There. Oh. Yeah. Wash my brush like a good crafter. All right, let's leave that for now, guys. And we'll come back and see what it's looking like when it's dry. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, so I just finished it. I did reprint some of these photos just because I left some out because I wanted to kind of be more true to the sketch. So I still, instead of 2, I still use 3 here. These are the only ones I left the same. These ones I reprinted from this size to that, just to, and then these ones also were reprinted. So these are basically a half of a 5x7, and this is a quarter of a 5x7 with a bit of a border, so not quite. Well, I guess we can do this. 3 1/4 by 4 3/4, and these are 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. So I really like how that the different sizes work against each other. So as far as the background goes, what did we do? We used this Clary Sage. That showed up not at all. That's just kind of these faint water spots, basically. And then went in with this Coral Reef Inklings. And if you look, it's darker around the edges. So I went and I added some more just because I felt like there wasn't enough. And then the, that's not it at all. It was a silver one. A silver shimmers. Shoot, where'd I put it? Anyway, I did get impatient and wanted it to dry, and I ended up blotting it, and it smooshed out, and I liked the variation in size, but then I still felt like there wasn't enough variation. So I added a few drops of the Nouveau Mist that I used in the last layout, and then I went in with the Pearl Next Door, I keep forgetting what they're called, the glossy acrylic sprays, the Color Splash. And I just basically took the thing out and I like held it and dropped these big drops, different spots, just so there would be a bit of variation in size as far as the droplets. So that was it for the mixed media and the photos. And I got all of my photos out of one sheet of cardstock. This is just one sheet of pattern paper for a 2-page layout. That is so unusual for me. I'm usually like pattern paper, pattern paper, pattern paper. So I've got tons left over. I used a fair number of stickers. Layered up and whatnot. So, and then I used a couple of the canvas flare buttons. I used one here and one here. So if you look, there is just a lot of dimension when you get looking close. This is an old, thicker set. It's I don't even know where the package went, but it's an old one, and it's red, but it leans kind of that pinky color. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to use that up, or use some of it up. And then, even though there were some enamel dots in this collection, or this kit, I ended up pulling out these Candy Christmas enamel dots from Craft Consortium because they had the pretty, I don't know, more of a corally pinky red, and then the pink, and then this ivory color. So I did a few groupings, and then I just scattered some around. So kind of different for me. I'm happy with it. I just did some hand journaling here, and yeah, that's one more in the books. So that was, did I just lose the sketch again? Dag on it. Where is it? Did anybody see where I put it? It did not walk away, because I kind of forget who did the sketch. And yesterday I didn't even mention who did the sketch, and I feel awful. And I'm going to have to do the same thing again because I can't find it. It's here somewhere. Well, I'll write it in the comments, or down in the description. Oh yeah. But I really liked this particular composition of the different sizes. It makes for a really interesting 2-page layout with the different sizes of photos. I had somebody ask in the comments the other day about why I use such small photos, and it's kind of for this reason. Like, it tells a bit of a story of different things that little Lauren got that day, and it looks a little more, I don't know, it gives it movement, I guess, is what I'm thinking. So that's it for today. I wish I could say whose sketch that was. I feel terrible, because yesterday I forgot too. Oh dear. Sorry guys. Not with it today. How is that any different from any other day? I know, right? Anyway, I do appreciate you hanging out with me today, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks so much. Bye.